This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill battling the force with us on the sidelines. And, of course, Tari Eason. Well, the team moving on here without him.
Yeah, like a lot of people, I didn't see the trade coming. He was the team in many people's eyes. It'll be interesting to see how they evolve as a squad with him gone.
I don't know what to do about that. Davis just powering it down.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Better be on your game tonight, Clark. These teams like to go, go, go.
Exciting for us and the fans, BA, but exhausting for the defenses. I mean, it should be a high-scoring affair, up-tempo, windshield wiper quality. Expect a lot of substitutions to keep things fresh.
Eason with the ball. Picked up by Allen. Christie's shot is off. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Houston. Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
That first step is so dangerous with Amen. I mean, he was just gone.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Irving. And just about a minute into this first quarter. To the left wing. Johnson for three. Davis with a rebound. And Dallas with possession. After years of finishing at the bottom of the West, things are looking up for the Rockets, Clark.
You know, BA, they've done a really good job of drafting and developing players. That combination can allow you to move forward. And along with signing complementary veterans, that adds to the mix as well. And they've done a nice job. And they've got future draft capital, too. So the Rockets are certainly on the rise.
And here is Irving. Pass to Christie. There's the triple. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Nice decision by Irving there to set up his teammate.
Now Smith. The kick out to Johnson. Up again. Now here's Thompson. There's the screen by Johnson. Goes up again. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For 3, Smith. And the rebound goes to Dallas.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Outside for Irving. Outside Eason. Rejected by Allen.
It's really hard to shoot over Allen, which is probably why you shouldn't try to do it.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Jason Kidd and I were able to chat. And I wanted to know, how do you slow a guy down like Jarrett Allen? Coach said we have to hassle him as much as possible on both ends of the floor. We really want to limit him, not just his points, but more importantly, his rebounds. So keeping Allen off the glass is a primary focus.
And Allie, thanks. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Rockets. 6-point game. .144 left in the first. Back to Allen. No good. Had a chance to end the run there.
Well, that's a look. He has to finish it. He knows it. Lone opportunity.
Pass to Davis. The rebound by Allen. Rockets trail by 6. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
So both teams making some changes here. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Pass to Smith. And a nice finish on the layup.
And looks like Smith is already getting stronger. He's looking to add some muscle, and that finish through contact is a great sign.
And the third pick in 2022, Jabari Smith Jr. He struggled at times in his rookie season. But Clark, he's making some major strides now.
You know, B.A., you've heard me and others say this, but every player runs their own race. Everybody's development journey is their own, to own and to run. Sometimes it just takes a little while longer for guys to adjust at this level. But I tell you one thing about that young man, the progress he made lets you know he's got what it takes to one day be an all-star in this league.
Pass to Smith. And the three-pointer goes. Smith's got 5.
You know, Smith came into the league as a capable and confident shooter off the catch.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Christie. Exum with it. Covered by Smith. And here's Gafford. Clock at 6. Here's Irving. Defended by Dunn. From the elbow. And it's Dallas scoring again.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Here's Smith. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Dallas closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's all... And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
To me, it's been the ball movement. That's been the key. I mean, going from good to great. Not settling for a good shot, making that extra pass, keeping the defense off balance, and taking great shots.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
Dallas leading by 7. Here's Marshall. Exum outside. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
And if you're looking for identifiable team mascots, Clark, some say the Mavericks champ, the horse, is near the top of the list.
Yeah, he does get after it. Also, the Mavs man. Dallas is rolling out a couple of iconic figures to keep that crowd on fire.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, BA, well, the Rockets got a lot more organized with Coach NBA2K25 and their veteran additions, including point guard Fred VanVleet, who said it's just having that poise and presence to slow things down and get guys where they need to be. Rein it in, get some structure, and maximize these guys' potential. BA?
Allie, a great floor general. Thanks for that. Well, Clark, playing time is so difficult to come by. So what's the best way to stay ready if you're on the end of the bench?
Yeah, that's a good question, B. I never experienced that as a starter in the short career that I had in the NBA. With all the travel, I think you just got to make a commitment to get in the extra work between the few practices that you have. So it's really being self-motivated as an individual to be professional and anticipate that you're going to be ready if your number's called.
Out to the wing. And there's the call on Amin Thompson. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's 2 awful trips in a row resulting in turnovers.
Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. Pass to Lively. Over Adams. No good. A bit long that time. Rockets trail by 8. Now Russell. Out to Thompson. Takes the 3. Tips it up. Controls the rebound and the putback. Thompson's got his second basket on the night.
You know, we talk about the value of size out of the backcourt, and that sequence by Thompson is a great example.
And here's Dinwiddie from the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc. And the Mavericks lead by 9.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
The shot by Russell, no good. Washington outside. The 3 is up. It's hauled in by Houston. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Hornets at Spectrum Center in Charlotte. It's the second game of 3 on the road. There's the block.
And Lively's on you like this with all his size and length. It's hard to get a shot off on him.
Johnson, good on the shot. Johnson's got his second basket of the game. And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. He wants to review the game plan. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Here's Irving. His 4th make in 5 tries. Solid start for him.
That's the thing about Kyrie. He's a 3-level scorer.
And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Rockets. They trail by 9. You know, Clark, watching Kyrie Irving, he still does things you just can't believe.
His ball handling ability is just remarkable, and his finishing ability surpasses his rush hour handle, and that's saying a ton. He can beat anybody off the dribble. He can make tough shots. He really is one of the elite scorers from the guard position in the history of the NBA. I don't think that's an overstatement. From the angles he finishes, the shots he can make, he's as elite as we've had in the league.
There's the screen by Johnson. 1:49 left in the first half of this one. Up top, Thompson. Just 4 to shoot. From the high post, Davis with a rebound.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why. Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Rockets trail by 11. Outside Johnson. Thompson outside. Pass to Wagner. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
That's a costly error. Now let's see how they bounce back.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
You know, when you think about how the Mavs play defense, so much depends on how they defend the point of attack. They've got great rim protection and rotations, but if they aren't stopping penetration, it's tough. Dunn outside. Johnson for three. On target from range. Johnson's got 7 points.
He's turned it on here in the second quarter, getting his offensive game on track.
Irving with it. Dunn in his pocket. Pass to Adams. Wagner on the wing. Out left to the wing. Dunn left side. And here's Adams. Checked by Davis. And here's Thompson for three. And so it looks like it'll be Houston's ball. 20 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Pass to Adams. Just 5 to shoot. Rebound, Anthony Davis. Outside Eason. No good on the triple. And so it's Dallas earning this break in the action, up 10. Defense is setting the tone. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Now here's Dunn. Yet to see a basket. To the inside. Oh, it's stolen by Eason. Tipped. And so ball out of bounds. Thompson touched it last.
And they barely get to retain possession. Many times, that's a turnover.
Pass to Bowen. Here's Christie. From outside the arc. The rebound by Allen. If you look at rebounding rate, Tari Eason is one of the best in the NBA, Clark.
Yeah, you think about rate, it basically looks at what percentage of rebounds do you get while you're on the floor. And Eason is prolific in terms of boards per minute, uses his 6'8" frame well, and he's gobbling up rebounds at well under 1 every 3 minutes. That's a lot of heavy lifting there, folks.
And Chris Dunn gets the whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Here's Christie. Buries it from three. Christie's got 6.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Thompson scanning the floor. And the foul on Anthony Davis. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Thompson outside. 6 to shoot. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to be on Tari Eason.
And what I like about Thompson, along with the high-level athleticism, he has a high-level feel for the game.
He does not get the second one. Grant, after 3 straight drafts high in the lottery, the Rockets got to 500 in 2024.
Yeah, and I love how they signed some vets in the summer of 23. Houston decided we want to win now, and I wish more teams did that.
Rockets trail by 13. Dunn outside. Johnson on the wing. For 3, Smith. Bowen with a rebound.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
what a great effort that time by Davis. Just never gave up on it. Worked through tough defense and still found a way to get it up and down.
And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Thompson's vertical is impressive. I love seeing this young guard rise up and throw it down.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And the Rockets making a change here. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Dallas leading by 14. Here's Irving. Oh, rejected by Allen. To the middle. Oh, that's offensive interference. This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
Back to Dinwiddie. Pass to Gafford. Shot clock at 3. Sinks that one from the post. And the Mavericks lead by 16.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Here's Russell. Gafford with the block. They get it back. That one goes in. Here's Dinwiddie. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. And they pick up 2.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets.
Russell deciding where to go with it. Pass to Wagner. Dinwiddie on the double team. The 3 from Thompson. Oh, Thompson buries the tray.
Extremely dangerous from that range. That's Thompson's comfort zone right there.
And now we've got an intentional foul. Grant, we all know how good Kyrie Irving is, but he's especially lethal in the fourth quarter.
And his clutch moments go far beyond his series winner in the 2016 finals. He thrives in high-pressure moments and has done so his whole career.
Both free throws good from Irving. Grant, you look at the development path of Franz Wagner. Not surprising he had an easier transition to the NBA.
But think about this, B.A. I mean, he played against men very early in Germany, splitting time in Euroball, and at Michigan let him really develop in multiple ways. So he's seen it all and is still so young. That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
Spins. Marshall with the bucket. Marshall's got his first 2 points.
What an amazing trick shot to confound the defender. Oh, man, that's awesome. He's taking him to school right there.
Allen outside. Fires in the triple.
And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
And Irving gets it to go.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Allen outside. Back to Thompson. Allen a screen. Shoots it from the corner. Thompson outside. And there's the screen. Back to Allen with the clock winding down. Oh, misses the dunk. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Gafford. It's hauled in by Houston.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks up.
The Rockets, 33.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. The Mavericks lead by 14. Dinwiddie with it. Guarded by Smith. Here's Bowen. Pass to Christie. Off the mark there with a 3. Now here's Smith. Allen outside. Out to Thompson. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
And after a rough first half, they're finally finding a nice groove here.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. And Dallas making a change here. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message that Jason Kidd was giving to his team. He told his guys, let's not waste this advantage. Hold on to it. Stay aggressive. Let's not give up ground. Coach wants to see his team staying strong out there, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Back to Dunn. Thompson outside. Knocks it down from distance.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Here's Davis. Look at Davis go to work on the interior.
There's so many ways Davis can beat you on the interior. Defenders always on their heels when he is attacking.
Thompson with it. Allen outside. And it's Allen who slams it home.
And you know, guys, all it takes is inside positioning. As soon as you give Allen that, it's pretty much a wrap.
You know, Clark, 2024 saw Anthony Davis make his return to the All-Star game.
And really, B.A., such a pleasure to see him back on the court, healthy and producing. That's not been an issue. The issue has been him being hurt and not being able to be on the court. But he's a perennial all-star when he's healthy and playing and doing exactly what he's done throughout his career at both ends, be a dominant center.
And there's the call on Tari Eason. That's foul number 2 for him. We're just over a minute and a half now into the 4th. Thompson with a screen. Here's Dunn driving inside. He gets it in there.
Dunn finishing in style, and the explosion to the hoop, powerful.
And here is Irving. Pass to Davis. Anthony Davis going up top.
There's no stopping that. AD is too long and strong to bother that alley-oop.
Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
And, you know, we can't measure heart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
Good on the bucket.
Flashing those crazy handles. I mean, major rush hour handles. So fun watching Irving handle the ball the way he does.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. We're in the 4th quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Wagner. Smith outside. From behind the arc. Davis for the rebound. Dallas leading by 13. Here's Bowen with the drive. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. And Houston making a change here. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Dallas.
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
They've also found a lot of shots at the arc in this one and allowing their good shooters to tee it up.
Davis down low. Ooh, excellent D there from Smith. Rockets trail by 13. All right, a moment here to check in on Spencer Dinwiddie's status. What do you have, Allie?
Hey guys, the head athletic trainer of the Mavericks was able to update me on the situation. The initial reports are saying that this is a serious injury and that he'll likely miss significant playing time. And in this crucial time of the season, any injury can have a major impact on a team. We'll have to make some immediate adjustments, guys.
Okay, thanks for the update. Good to get that information. Now we know how things are coming along, Grant.
That's true. It's the uncertainty factor with injuries that can be so hard to handle.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling. Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
Thompson right side. Outside Russell. And he banks in the layup. Russell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, I tell you, Russell looking very comfortable taking on aggressive defense and getting the job done. That's good focus on his part.
Nothing left to do but to watch the clock tick towards 0. Nice victory here for the Mavericks.
When you look at their assist totals, you can see why it was easier for them to score. The ball was really popping tonight.
And good things seem to happen when you're patient and willing to make the next pass. Their offense has flowed really well.
And they pick up their 4th win of the year. Every victory so sweet in the association.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with the win in the first game.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season. You love to get an opponent figured out early, and you're going to be seeing them that often.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Kyrie Irving.
Anytime they needed a bucket, they'd put the ball in his hands and say, go make a play. It was impressive to watch.
Davis misses. And so the Mavericks take the win. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
Yeah, get the coffee, because that's the way to close. You're going to face some obstacles in the game. They